Hello boys and girls, welcome to my channel, I'm For Classic and welcome to BenchART. So for today what I have in it is XCOM Chimera squad. This game it is developed by the Firaxis and it is using Unreal Engine 4 just like the previous XCOM games. So for the settings I will be playing with 1080p maximum settings on my GTX 1650 Super. And let's first check with the requirements. The recommended requirements for this game, it is just a quad core with 3 GHz, 4 gigs of RAM, which I highly disagree. I really think you should have 8 gigs of RAM for this game. But let's proceed. And they also recommend an R9 290 and the GTX 980. I believe also those graphic cards don't have 2 GB of VRAM, I believe they have more. But again, let's proceed. So with 1080p, this is the results that I gathered without recording. I got an average of 103 frames per second with a 1% low of 66. So pretty much above 60 frames per second. If I jump up to 1440p and just use the eye settings, I get an average of 69, but unfortunately the game drops from 60 frames per second sometimes. With median settings with textures on eye, I got an average of 88 with an experience above 60 frames per second, which was pretty good in my opinion. 4K median settings textures on eye, I got an average of 42 frames per second with a 1% low of 34, which means that the game never dropped below 30 frames per second. Let's wrap all these things together, and this is the results that I got with 1080p maximum settings, 1440p and 4K. In my opinion, frame rate it isn't really that important in XCOM series because this is a turn-based game, so you can take your time to, just to decide what you want to do. So I don't think it is important. Even if you had less than 30 frames per second, like something like 25, I think it would be still playable, but of course not as smooth. But still, it would be perfect. Anyway, I always try to achieve above 60 frames per second on this benchmark. As for the game itself, this game, it is one particular stuff that it is very intriguing. It is its price. This is a game that it is priced at $9.99 at launch. It will change eventually in the end of the month. By the time of this video, it will change to $20 or 20 euros, which will be the double of the price. But for now, at the time of this video, you can buy this game for $9.99, or even if you buy through Greenman Gaming, you can buy for $9 and off. So it's slightly cheaper than on Steam. But yeah, it is a very cheap XCOM. So you might be asking, what the hell, why this is so cheap? So reading a review from Steam, you can see that the fans aren't really enjoying this game because they say that they can't create your own characters. All tactical battles are just sequences of single rooms, and they say that it is kind of limited, there is no exploration. The characters, they say that they are bad written and they feel like a group of teenagers. They say that also this game doesn't respect the franchise lore because the Vipers and the Mutants, they all look like regular teenagers. Even the sound, they are pretty much the same. There is also another thing about this game, it is you can't let any of your operators die. If you let any of the operators die, you're just going to lose, alright, the levels. So you always need to try to stabilize the characters if one of them just get down. And also, this is a city only, alright? The regular XCOM, you actually have forests and other type of environments, but in this game we will be just warehouses, groceries and shops. Although one of the positive stuff, it is the visuals are good, alright, and also the soundtrack, it is very good. The price, it is amazing. I mean, this is an excellent entry point. If you never played XCOM before, or if you actually didn't enjoy too much of turn-based shooters, this game, it is actually amazing for its price, and I think it's a very good entrance to the XCOM series. If you never played before, this is a good buy. Actually, it is pretty much a mandatory buy, even with all the defects, or even with all the cutbacks from the original XCOM. I think it's a good point of entrance, and if you enjoy it, then you can buy the regular XCOM and enjoy a much richer experience that XCOM will bring. Also, this game only featured one city, So yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just a dumbed down XCOM, a simple one. But the core gameplay of the entire XCOM, it is here. It is still fascinating in in my experience, and yeah, it is still good and it is very cheap. So $9.99. It's an insane price for this game. So if you want it, just buy it. Alright? So guys, I think that's all that I want to talk about XCOM Chimera Squad. Hope you keep enjoying the rest of the video, and I do hope to see you soon. Goodbye.
How's this for an entrance? I'll cover you.
Staying close.
I shall move.
No ammunition remains. Subdued the hostile.
Stay back.
Covering my zone.
We are counting on you. No more ammunition. Ammunition restored. Keeping a lookout.
That's reassuring. Fed my weapon.
Preparing to travel.
Whoa,
So, I'm reading a massive Illyrium core in the next room. It's losing stability fast. Secure and contain that core before it takes out the whole block.
Check your file. None of us should go home in bags. Breach! Breach! Breach!
That's the target. Shut it down.
Eyes open. We need you to cover us.
Stay down! Do not let him get close to you. Gremlin on the way.
You're the best. Exile is under arrest.